What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Mystics MMOs. I'm your host, Mystic Raven. All right, so the P-Test got up before live on PC, and I think console's been up for about 30 minutes. I went over the 7.04 patch notes, small patch. No change for mag with proc scale. None. Some mechanics and whatever else have you. Now, of course, I logged on. I ain't got too long, but I wanted to go over this. I'm going to show you what most people are going to try to run up. If I can get access to the one set, we'll see. If not, I'll substitute. That's important. It's important. This is just, it's, you have to have it a 6,500 currently. Okay. All right. You know, here's a problem we're going to have right from the rip. They didn't let us test out Medusa this entire update. During this entire, they didn't let us touch Medusa. They didn't let us touch it one fucking time. My question, why? Why? Why didn't you give us access to that? That's a good question. You guys should even be asking yourselves that question, because that's a serious red flag for me in multiple ways. It's fine though. It's fine. We'll substitute with mothers as a crit set, because whatever for now. So that's fine. But one of the trial sets we're going to be looking at, obviously, right now is Scoria, right? So I mean, it doesn't matter what you're going to take. Personally, if I was going to dual wield, I would take the axes before I take the fucking daggers in a fucking heartbeat. But let's go with the dipshits ideas. Because what the fuck ever. I'll put lightning staff on the back bar. Okay. We'll make adjustments and whatever. Like I said, I ain't got too long. But to me, this is very important, because I'm going to show you guys what we're going to be looking at. And we're going to take Zon, because it's a popular set amongst a lot of PvEers, because it's also got a critical value, right? We'll go with one heavy, and obviously we'll do the light shoulders. So we'll keep the same configuration that I've, you know, 6-1. Even if you go 7 divine or whatever, but I'll take whatever. I'll take a heavy and an infuse and a divine, but it's fine for now. Okay. We'll take the perfect Scoria, perfect Sioria, but. And let me just kind of, it doesn't look good. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not gonna fluff your fucking shit. Did I get the jewelry? No, I need the jewelry. All right. All right. Alright, let's put on these fucking stupid ass daggers. Alright. I'll keep it even divine, just for, you know, the sake, for what's going on in the video. We'll glyph. But I'm just kind of going there. Now, More than likely, you're going to run into this type of configuration, except they're going to probably use Medusa to justify. I don't give a fuck what they actually do. One of the biggest things about this is the spell damage increase, right? But here becomes another issue, because how you set up your CP now is detrimental based on what? Scaling. Okay, so for example, prior to proc indication, Cioria only has a 928 flame damage every second, right? That's down significantly from where it was. And everybody like, well, it scales now, it should be higher. Well, the problem of it is you have to get over 6.5. So guess what we're forced to do? Well, we're going to take the crit, but you know the meta players are going to do what? Put into the critical modifiers because they're dependent on it. They're it's their crutch. They have no choice. But if they're going to scale factor, it takes all of the other pertaining factors out of the equation. It has to, because now you have to stack. You're forced. You are literally forced to scale, meaning you only have the two options into scale factor. You don't even have a fucking choice. You don't even get a choice. Shut the fuck up. That's what you're going to do. I don't want to hear anybody say shit. I'm going to give you the heads up ahead of time. Because why? Because I know my shit. Okay? Let's go ahead. We'll get all these martial effects and everything. But there's your slots, right? There's your slots. Okay? Your primary slottables. No. People can say what they want, but that's a fact, Jack. Okay? Okay. Now, prior to any alterations, our spell damage is only at 3-1. That's prior to proc. That's prior without anything. Now we're going to go to the house. We're going to make the adjustment. Now here's what I want to show you, because what's the one thing they're going to have you do, right? I'm going to ask you. They're going to want to hold on to the Shadow Mundus, right? They're not going to have that fucking option. There's just no fucking way. We're going to keep everything precise, but let's say they put on a slot. If they put on the harpoons, they have to give up a proc. They have to. Or a critical value, right? They have to. I've said before, this is a stat meta. It's not a proc meta. If it's all going to come down to what? If you're going to use a proc, you have to maintain a scale factor, okay? People can hate me, but it's a fact, okay? So, let's go ahead and transmute our jewelry first. And we'll go with the traditional setup, what everybody kind of typically runs. We're going to run 2 infused. We're going to run 1 bloodthirsty, right? That's what we're typically accustomed to seeing, right? Because we get the boost to the end factor on bloodthirsty. I'm just giving you guys what's more than likely going to happen, what they're going, these adjustments, and where it kind of puts us. Okay. All right, so we're on the dagger side. First thing I want to go ahead and do, Mage's Guild. Obviously, we want that inner light. We're going to put this over on the back bar. We always do. We're going to go with the degen for our major sorcery. Right? I don't give a fuck what you pick for your ulti, but usually blades. I do. I usually go with my assassination. And then I usually go with Soul Harvest. Okay. You can put a finisher, whatever you want to do. I use Grim Focus. Okay, Merciless Resolve. Okay, then I usually add a dot factor, another dot factor. So I really do like to use Cripple for my whatever. You can use Debilitate or Crippling, but I usually use Debilitate. Okay, deals a little bit more. Then you're spammable. Whatever you're going to pick as your spammable. Pick your poison. I don't give a shit. You know, if you want to use Swallow Soul, you can do that. Okay. So typically, this is what we look at as a front bar rotation. Front bar. We'll add, since we don't have Medusa, we'll add the Sigic. Race Against Time on the back bar just for a proc up. I'm not planning on doing anything. I'm just going to show you guys what our scale factor is to our spell damage. Okay. Okay. Currently, if we were to utilize this configuration, we only have 3,188 spell damage. We're going to use the shadow. The proc is very seriously. And if we add this, that throws up our spell damage to 4/7. Now, I don't need food because food doesn't apply spell damage. I'm just showing you. We go up to a 4/7 factor. I'm going to get all these scoria stacks. I'm just stacking up. It's the only thing I'm trying to do. I'm just stacking. I'm just trying to... Okay. 5/3 is our factor with 70% crit. God, I hate this. 4/5. I mean, it stacks up more. But let's... Where's this put our Zon at, right? Okay. Well, what ends up doing is our Zon is 1620 flame damage every second. 1620 now. And that can occur every 18 seconds. Every 18 seconds. I mean, I want you guys to process that for a second. Because I'm going to switch tunes. Can you help with the dot build? Yeah, I can put one together depending on what you're looking at, but you know, if what class and what are you kind of looking for? I can, you know. But let's go on to my Stamplar here. Now I'll switch out his monster set. But I want to notice something on the scale factor. I just showed you what most likely are going to run Shadow. I'll go back to it and then we'll show alterations that you have to make, right? If you're going to utilize a proc. Because you're not. I said this is a stat meta, the proc's just gone. It's dead. Okay. So I'm going to drink my potion and, you know, I'll jab up and everything else. Just to kind of show you guys where I'm scaling at. I'm just going to hit the scale factor. Okay, 8/8 is what I'm hitting at right now, prior. 9/3. Okay. 9/9. Now, mind you, I'm even fucking around. Even if I hit this and scale that up, see, I'm still over 9 at all times. Now I can take off this monster set, and I will. And I don't even know what Monday. I'm using the warrior. Okay. But let's hypothetically switch out our monster proc. All right, so let's get a proc in. It doesn't look good for mag. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I could. I'm not going to. I think it looks really fucking bad. Shit. I'm trying to think of which ones I want. Wait. Valadrath. Let's put Valley on. Because it adds even more weapon damage. we need a medium shoulder. Okay. Now look at this. Every 1006 was Zon. 16.4 prior. I'm just scaling here. Now 20,000 damage. And I have still 8.5. 20,000 damage. 20,000 damage every 8 seconds on a 2,000 scale. 2,000 scale, right? With a with half the cooldown. Add that up to the 16 for every 18 for 6 seconds over an 18 second cooldown. Do it. Mag's fucked. Mag is fucked. Mag is fucked. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys about it. And that's me not even being at pen. You guys have to understand, I told you guys, this is Stam's reign. And then we gave even higher. 22! I raised it up another 2,000. You guys don't get it, man. You guys don't get what the fuck I was... You're never on my level. You guys fucking never on my level, man. Well, I'm ahead of this shit. I told you, man, unless Zoss changes the scale factor, they're fucked. And they won't be able to compete with the Stam. They're just not going to be able to. Because now you can force damage on Stam. Why? Because anything over 6.5 is the least you need in penetrating value because you force damage. That takes your proc sets and boosts them to very, very high levels beyond Mag's capability. Beyond Mag's capability. Good morning. What's up? First break. Yeah. I mean poison. Oh, poison. You want a poison build for PvE or PvP? PvP or PvE? Isn't that fucked up though? Isn't that screwed up? Because we'll go back to this factor, right? They're going to say, we'll take the shadow. Well, you can't if you're using a proc. So you either have to abandon the proc, which I've said time and time again. Most mag tunes don't have the option. They don't. And I'm telling you what the meta players are forced to do. Because if they want to keep the shadow, they're going to have to abandon the proc. It's just the way it is, right? Because they're going to have to scale up to justify the harpoon. They're going to drop it. But let's hypothetically say we want to try to scale that further, right? So we only got one option. We have to use the apprentice, right? For scale factor. Because we've already put in to all the other spell damage effects that we possibly can. But is that enough? Is it enough? That becomes the question. No, it's not. We're never going, with their configuration, we are never going to achieve what the meta players want. Now, can we? There are ways to do it. I'm not telling the meta players, hey, figure it out for yourselves, motherfuckers. That's what I have to say. Can we do it? Yeah. Because we could top in at a 5.8. And where's that put our... hold on. That put... Okay, now that puts our Zon up to 1781 every second. But we can't scale past that point like Stam can. So if I'm at a 17.1 with the cap every second, right? Because this doesn't crit, do the math. Okay, 1781 times 6. Let's break out the calculator, shall we, boys and girls? Hold on. Okay, 1781 times 6. Total output, 10,686 over 18-second cooldown. Congratulations, you got fucked. Where I'm hitting 22 off half the duration. You guys keep trolling me. Shut the fuck. People keep trolling me. That's funny. That's some funny shit. That's funny. Don't Dom won't work on Mage Blade anymore. No. Oh no, he can. Yeah. No, you're right, Adolf. You were onto something. But what I'm saying, Zon, it's on. You know, you are onto something. You made the adjustment ahead of time, Adolf. You made the adjustment ahead of time. You're in a good spot. You are in a very good place. You're in a damn good place. Because Zon won't scale unless you scale the factor. You made an adjustment. So currently, I'm not using, you know, this configuration at all. I mean, I'm using a different configuration. And Adolf's aware of it. I can't pull everything out because I didn't get the bags. Let me check the time. I got to leave in 10 minutes. But like he was saying, Dom, you can use something like Dom. And he would be right to increase spell damage. It's a stat meta. I've said it's not a proc meta. The proc meta is dead. It's gone. It's buried, right? It's a buried thing. So let's go into Damahas. We made these adjustments ahead of time, didn't we, boys and girls? We made it. We made these adjustments accordingly. Oh, I gotta get light shoulders. We made the alteration during Flames of Ambition. All right. Now, we're just going to, whatever, for people's argument's sake. But if we use Dom, like Adolf was saying, now we hit 5-9 prior to proc 6, 6-1, 6-2, 6. You see what I'm saying? It hits over the 6. But who made those adjustments? And will that scale our damn right it does every day. Now here becomes the thing. They're using daggers. I'd say fuck that shit. What's my crit value at? On a swallow, 26, 26, 27 with proc, 12-8 base. Okay. What happens if we go axes, ladies and gentlemen? What did we learn? What did we learn about modifiers? If I was to go axes. Now I use staffs. I'm not going to switch out to these because for multiple reasons. But they would have you do daggers because what do they say that is? That's bis, right? But would that increase our critical damage? Would it? If we replace these with axes? Keep stacking. Look, 30. We broke over the 30 crit on Swallow. But I'll be honest with you. Setup I have, I believe, is hitting harder than that, isn't it? Well, not with the Scoria, because of the War Maiden. Adolf can confirm he's already put it together. I haven't. Actually, he would know how his Swallow Soul's hitting. Does weapon damage stack on stackable sets? Does it stack? It scales. It scales. Kina's still working on Mage Blade? Yeah. All of that still works. Yo, hey, what's up, Vaz? Yeah, it's what I'm trying to say. It's a stat effect, and Mag is just getting totally left behind on scale factor. Because we can do it a lot easier on Stamp Tunes. Because the passives. That's what's the holdup. Because light armor wears are holding on what? Penetrating value. Right? This is where we get it 5-6. And now what's I said the minimum that we need for pen value without exceeding after all the debuffs is 5-6. Well, Stamp doesn't get that luxury. Stamp does what? Scale weapon damage per piece of medium. But when you add the passives into the Fighters Guild, right? So I have 3, I can scale that to an additional 9%. Thus hitting an insane amount onto the proc effects, where Mag's left holding. And the more I scale to the weapon damage, once I exceed a 6-5, the less penetrating values I need, where I don't need 5-6. I can get away with bare minimum like a 3-5, be 2k under what I'm typically needing, and still deal excessively more damage. Imagine preaching about the math and ignoring it. Shut the fuck up. Dude, you're not getting what I'm saying about scale factor, Chemo, you dipshit. What's the value that's needed to reach for Mag and Stamp? You're such a fucking idiot. Everybody here knows you're an idiot. Everybody knows you're a fucking idiot. What's the value we need to hit? What's the value? It doesn't look good. That's all I'm saying. For a proc effect on Mag. And I think everybody's going to come to the same results. Right? Because where do we need to be at? I just showed what you guys would put together, what we can achieve on Max Mag proc. Some of us have already made the adjustments. If you guys want to hold on to that shit, be my guest. I don't care. I don't give a fuck what you do. I've already said that. I'm just showing people where we're going to top in out on proc. All right? I think it was the patch before that. All right. Animation, UI. Trial. Cutting. Salt. Right here. 6.5. It is now required. 6.574. You can't achieve it to get it up to standard. To the current live standard. That's what I'm pointing out, you dipshit. Matter of fact, for saying something stupid, take a time out, motherfucker. Because you fucking sound dumb. There, disagree with that. Get the fuck out of here. It's not my point, Akimo. You're getting timed out anyways. The point of it is the scale factor. You're a dipshit. Everybody knows what the fuck I'm talking about. You're trying to argue with dumb shit. Precise Flame Staff. Yep, 5 Maiden, False, Dom, Shadow. And I bet you it's hitting, isn't it? I haven't got to put it together. I did the math, but you tell me. How is it like? I imagine you're hitting over the 30 currently on your Swallow. Am I right? It should be what, around 32 on crit? It's probably hitting like a fucking freight train. You're getting about 32 on your swallow, Adolf. I think it would be around 31 point something, 32. I'm just off top of my head. After the proc, it's got to be like up there. Because of War Maiden. I have gotten no death HM speed runs, Fang Layer, Scale Color, Maz ever. On that build, since the switch from Best. Congratulations, man. Congratulations, Adolf. I'm glad you like it. Dude, you gave me the idea about putting Dom on a lot of builds. Because I'm going to run Kina on a lot of configurations due to the cut cost. But you saying the Dom as an alternative was brilliant, brother. It was brilliant. It was brilliant. Really, it was. It was a brilliant point, observation. Anyways, I want to let you, I got to go. I got to go somewhere and stuff. But honestly, this is what I'm trying to say. Mag can't achieve, in their current configuration, they can't achieve the 6.5. They can't. That's a fact. So they either have to get rid of a proc, you have to abandon it, or make the adjustment to their spell damage. That's all I'm pointing out. That's all I'm pointing out. Where Stam has an easier time accomplishing it due to its passives. So unless in the next 2 weeks ZeniMax addresses scale factor for Mag's fucked. All right, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you all for stopping in. As always, I'm Mystic Raven. This is Mystics MMOs. Have a good one.